Hello guys and welcome back to my channel Cracking the Technical Interview. In this channel we disclose almost all the technical questions that are asked mostly in product based company. My name is Anindo, working as technical recruiter, and I am here to help you so that everyone can land their job in their dream company. So let's start the journey. And today's topic is inserting a value or a node into a linked list. So before start implementing the insertion functionality, let's understand the problem. So for that we will be using the whiteboard session. Always remember, whiteboard session is a critical part for any technical interview if you are appearing for any product based company. This is a place where interviewer will try to find out your problem solving ability and your communication skill. So let's proceed with the whiteboard session. So before implementing the insertion functionality, let's understand what is a linked list and how internally a linked list reside on the memory location. So a linked list is a collection of the nodes, and the node is a basic unit of any linked list which contains a data and a link path. So let's take an example. So let's start with the head, which is the starting point of any linked list, which is connected to couple of nodes. Let's assume we have 3 nodes for this linked list. So as you know, this node can reside on any place on the memory location. So let's assume the address location of this node is 100, this 101, this 105. Now as a developer, you just have the access to the starting point of the linked list, that is the head. So to access the linked list, you need the starting address of the linked list. So here in the head, we have the address 100, that is the location of the first node of the linked list. And as you know, each node consists of 2 parts. One is the value and one is the reference. So internally, all the nodes of the linked list are connected within themselves. The pointer of the first node will contain the address of the second node. Similarly, this will have the address of the next node. And since this is the last one, so this will have the address as null. So this is the basic structure of a linked list. So let's revise. So we have a linked list where we have 3 nodes, number 1, number 2 and number 3. And each node is located on different address, and within the head we have the address of only the first memory location of the node. So without writing the program, if you understand how we are traversing, is like, for example, we want to access the third node over here. So how we will access? So first we will try to access the head. From head we will get the address of the next node, that is 100. So we will move to memory location 100. There we will get first node. From there, if we want to move to the next node, we will see what is the address of the next node, that is 101. Then we will move to the next address 101. Over there, we will see what is the next address it is pointing to, that is 105. So we will move to 105 and thus we will reach our final destination. So this is the basic structure of the linked list, how it is implemented. Now it will be easy to understand how we will insert a node at the beginning. So for example, you want to put a value, for example 7, in our linked list. So the first thing you need to do is creation of the node. So you first need to create a node object. And the next thing is you need to insert the node into its correct position. So let's write a small program of how to create a node in Java. So we create a class called as linked node, which have 2 parts. The first is the data part, which contains the value of the linked list, and we need a pointer to this object, which is next. So this is a basic definition of a node in our linked list. So once we are done with the creation of the node, the next one is inserting the node at a particular position. So Let's assume we have already created a node with number 7. Now, if you just visualize the picture, you will get to know that our objective is to insert this node 7 in between head and the first node of the linked list. That is the starting point. So since we are doing insertion at beginning, so obviously this will be the starting position. So the head should right now point to this object and this node should point to the next node. And we need to delete the connection between this. So this is the operation that will insert the element at its correct position. So there's two steps, number 1 and number 2. So the first thing we need to do is we need the reference of this node over here. So let's name it as new node. So we need to assign the value to this pointer with the address location of its next node, that is this. So what is the address of this node? That is 100. And where we can find the value of 100? That is within the head. So what we will do, we will assign the pointer of this node with the value that is present on head, that is 100. So what does it mean? Like, we in this address part, we right now have the value as 100. So we already created a connection between this new node and the next node. Now we need to assign the value of this current new node into the head part so that we can tell the linked list that this is right now the current starting position of the linked list. So we will change the address of the head with the new node address. So let's assume the address of this is 200. So once we write this statement, this head will get replaced with the value 200. So after doing these two operations, what will happen is like the new address of this will be 200 over here and this will have the value 100. So we have successfully deleted the connection between head and the previous node and just established the insert at beginning functionality. So let us write the code for implementing inserting a node at the beginning of the list. So let's create the node for the linked list. So I'm naming the class as list node with two parts. Number 1 the data and a pointer. Now we will write the program for inserting a node at the beginning of the list. So let's name it insert at beginning. So we will return the head of the list from this function. So here we will pass two parameters. First one is the head of the list and the next is the data to be inserted. So the first step should be creating the node in the linked list. So we will create the list node over here and name as new node. Then we will assign the pointers to it. So we have created one node called as new node over here and assign it with a value, and then we need to connect with two pointers, first this and then this one. So we will initialize the new node pointer with the existing address that is present on the head. So this got connected and then we will assign the head with the new node address and we will return the address of the head. So this is the function that will create the insertion of a node at the beginning of the list. So I hope this implementation is quite clear over here. If you do not understand, just go back to the video and check one by one step that why we need to connect all this thing. So let's do a dry run of this to make it more clear. So let's assume we have a empty head object over here. So we do not have anything on the linked list right now. So first we will call as insert at beginning with the head, pointer and a value as 5. So here first we will create a link node with the value 5, and then here you can see right now, since the head is pointing to null for the first time, so here the new node dot next means the pointer of this will also point to null. So this will also point to null for the first time. So after that the head will point to the new node, that is this node. So head will get connected with this 5. So after the insertion of this one, this is our head and it will get connected with the value 5, which is pointing to a null object. Next, if we do another insert operation at beginning, and we will pass the head object and the value to be inserted as 10. So here right now 5 is the first node of the linked list. This time we will create a node with 10. After that we will assign the pointer of newly created node to the head, that is the address of 5, and we will assign the head with the newly created node. So it will get inserted at the beginning of the node. So I believe this operation is quite clear. If not, please let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends so that everyone can clear their technical interview. So let's move to the next operation, insert at the end of the list. See you in the next video.